We haven't got any comments yet, so I suppose we'll just talk, Dylan. We've got a big week in the AFL football this weekend. We've got the Showdown 57 between the Adelaide Crows and the Port Adelaide Power, being a Power home game. So I should have actually said Port Adelaide Power first.
Just start up with that, yeah.
So we'll go back.
Upset some people. We'll reset that.
Good evening. Tonight we're going to... what am I on the news? No.
Tracy.
So we do have Tracy Grimm Shaw.
Sure.
So big game of footy tomorrow night at the Adelaide Oval where the Port Adelaide Power take on the Adelaide Crows. No YouTube today, Josie said, Dylan.
YouTube should be up.
YouTube should be up. Well, I've got a comment here from YouTube. Not sure what's going on there, Josie, but thank you. We'll have our technical team look at that very quickly. Thanks, Dylan. Yes, big game. Showdown 57. A lot of controversy in the week of football this week, Dylan.
Yes, very controversial week.
It's been a week of suspensions, a week of sweeping under the rug and then getting that dirt back from the rug and dealing with it properly. So a lot's happened. And a week is a long time in football.
It is.
Port obviously were absolutely walloped last week by 90 points, whereas the Crows got the job done easy against Carlton by 60 points. So I do expect Port to bounce back, especially after the week they've had. So it's going to be a good showdown. I don't think there's going to be much in it. It's either going to be a close game or it's going to be an absolute blowout either way. And
it won't be boring either way.
It definitely won't be boring.
No.
So looking forward to that. You've told me before you've got a nice booth at the pub.
Got a nice booth at the pub, nice big screen, beer garden vibes. So, it's going to be a good atmosphere, I reckon. Won't be at the game, unfortunately, but the next best thing, I reckon. So,
look, I'm going to the game, and safety is going to be my number one priority.
Safety?
Yes.
Yeah.
Showdowns always get a little heated.
Yes,
so,
they definitely can. A few beers are consumed and...
Yeah, I'd choose not to drink at the footy because of the prices, but yes. We do have a comment here from Jared J. How much do the players weigh? Now, those of you unaware, a few years ago, the AFL actually stripped the weight section off of all information. So
right, okay.
you can't talk about, a weight matchment because, beforehand be like, the full forward would weigh 100 kilos, but the full back was only 80. So there's a 20 kilo advantage there to the full forward. Well, apparently not allowed to talk about that anymore.
Because people were getting offended?
Really? Apparently, yes.
Do we know who was getting offended?
No.
Who made that claim?
No, I don't. We've got a question here from Smith Luck 317. Great North Super Crisp or 4X Gold?
Ooh. Now, is Super Crisp the middies?
They are.
They are? Yeah, I'd prefer to have the full strength.
Mm-hmm.
I do like a 4X Gold, though, I won't lie. I'd put out of those two, probably the 4X
Yeah,
Gold.
4X, the what do they call them up north? The mangoes?
That what these
the mangoes? Yeah, I think so.
But not two of the most common beers here in SA, though, is it?
No, but 4X was the largest selling beer for a long time. Then Great Northern took over. You know what the greatest selling beer last year was?
Was it a Carlton Dry or something?
It was a Carlton Dry, yes.
Yeah. A new Carlton Dry, a midi Carlton Dry, was it?
I think it was just a standard blue one. In my opinion, three very decent, like for me, beers, like good Australian beers.
Yeah.
Not those orange pill beers or those oat beers that you drink,
Yeah, I do love my oat beers. Yeah.
So does the toilet.
Yeah.
Josie said the YouTube is very quiet though.
YouTube's very... I'll ask my my assistant Kira for a little...
Kira's there. Howdy.
Intel.
PJ, congratulations on the Total Tools partnership. Thanks, PJ.
Thanks, mate.
That was a very, very long process. Obviously, you need to get all the ducks in a line before we shot them. So it's very, very exciting to have them on board. And the reception from you guys has been phenomenal. It's been really good. And we know that not only because of the messages that Clint got personally, but the messages that we got on Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, text.
A lot of support.
But the thing that is the big needle mover for me is the amount of purchase orders that we've received from Total Tools stores because of the support from you guys at home. So thank you so much. Especially being this time of year, as the weather starts to cool, but you're going into the stores to support the stores. Thank you so much. Obviously, Total Tools got a massive presence in Australia. We also do have our other resellers as well, which you can go to the store locator. Is it stockist tab on the website, and you put in your current location, and it will give you your nearest stockist. Obviously, with the launch with Total Tools, it's going to give us much more reach, but there are, of course, our other resellers. Some have been there for over 3 years as well, pushing on 4 to 5. So it's also important to mention them. But yes, the Total Tools partnership is a big one for us, and it's a big one for you guys, meaning that a lot of you now will not have to pay shipping. You can just go into the store and pick it up, which is very convenient. And the whole idea. VJ, will NSFW get rid of Port Power from the AFL? It's not on the label, and we know the last time Adam talked about an off-label use, I got a letter from an agency, so I'm not going to...
Let's just maybe...
Yeah, just stick to the label.
Just stick to the label with that one. Yeah.
Matt King, g'day all. G'day, Matt. Nate Extreme says, go Dogs. Yes, go the Doggies last week. Here we go. Dodgy Bro. Warehouse-wise, does the partnership with Total Tools make a change to your inventory on hand or ship large quantities to Total Tools warehousing storage? That's a great question, and one that I will enjoy answering. So basically at the moment, we ship to each store. So we don't ship to a national location for Total Tools and they order from there. We ship to each Total Tools store. So at the time of the Easter sale, we got a whole bunch of stock in. We manufactured, it was something like, let me just do some quick maths. I want to get it right. I don't want to oversell it. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, so we manufactured over 4,000 buckets of fertilizer and about 8,000 litres of liquid fertilizer as well. So we have topped it back up. So basically our inventory on hand won't change at this point in time because we do hold a fair bit of stock during the year, obviously. The sale did deplete us a little bit, but we were able to replenish that quite quickly. So at this point in time, given the time of year, but with the support of you guys, we will need to obviously manufacture some more liquids and some more granular, but it's not outside of our current stock holding. But I do expect going into the spring and the summer that, yes, our inventory will have to change. We will have to hold more product of granulars, liquids, to fulfill the needs of not only you guys at home who use the website, but our resellers, including Total Tools. So, we do have a lot of things going on in the warehouse. I think in our first or second warehouse tour, it was quite staggered all over the place. It still looks like that. It's functioning. We are working meticulously to try and finish this off, but there are some things that we can't talk about just yet that are happening, that will happen in the next, or hopefully coming weeks, and we'll be able to share that with you as soon as possible. Clint said it a lot, and we showed it during our Black Friday, where we are a very transparent company, so we like to take you guys along for the ride with us. Dodgy Bro, thanks Jonesy. Interesting hearing that behind the scenes. Yes, so I suppose if those of you that are interested, we're starting to do our forecasting for the next season. So we only ran out of 2 products this season, one being Mini Pill, and we've just run out of Bush. The Bush that we ordered hasn't come in yet as we ran out, so we're just waiting for that. But that should be here. If it's not here today, it should be here Monday, Tuesday, and we'll get that straight into production. Outside of that, we were out of stock for seed for a couple of days as well here and there. We've sold a record amount of seed this season. It was our 3rd most viewed product on the website last week.
Wow.
Which is phenomenal.
There you go.
And fun fact, I have managed to source the seed that is used at Clint's house in his front yard. So I'm currently getting a price on that.
There you go.
We'll get a label done. We'll call it Clint Seed.
Yes.
And
okay.
Yeah, so we'll have Seed and Clint Seed. Yeah.
You don't want to rename Seed to Jonesy Seed?
Look, that will be a question for the big cheese.
For the big cheese.
Whether he wants to do that or not.
Fair enough.
But yeah, again, we're not able to do this without the support of you guys. So thank you so much. Mudgy just joined. Hello, Mudgy. A+ Fitness Training. Hello, darling. All right. Hey, Jonesy, any issues throwing bush on the veggie patch? Go for it, mate. I use it on our veggie patch with great success. Clint Adams asks, and I'm not going to say it, I'm going to use the here. So Clint Adams asks,
why are you gay?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
It's a good question.
VJ, where is the big man today? He's not here. He is having a day. Having a day. Having a day. A good day. Do you get TUI brand stuff in Oz? From Little Jimmy's, mate. What does that mean? Do you get TUI brand stuff in Oz? Dylan?
Not sure.
Sorry, Jimmy. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Can't hear the soundboard, Clint said.
Yeah, I boosted it.
All right, he's boosted it. All right, we'll try again.
Why are you gay?
Let us know how that is.
All right, I've just sent it through. Yeah, Jimmy, if you can just... Do you get TUI brand stuff in Oz? I'm not sure what that means. Maybe I missed it, but what grass type will be in Clint's seed? It is a fine fescue mix. So good for low light conditions, but also high sun conditions as well, as long as you keep the water up to it. It can be mown at 5 mil. It can also be mown at 50 to 70 mil. So it's a very versatile seed. Looks very good. And Clint actually mowed his lawn at the beginning of the week and striped it up. Looks very nice. Speaking of stripes, Dylan.
Oh, yes.
We had the flamiest stripes on the front lawn out the front here at Lawnhub. So be very excited for that video next week. And we take you along for the ride. We make a mistake, don't we, Dylan?
Well, one of us makes a mistake.
Well,
we're a team. We're a team. But that's okay.
Yeah.
These things happen.
And they're still very prominent out there, the stripes at the moment. So I didn't quite replicate the pattern I wanted. I didn't quite have it properly in my head, but we just rolled with it and it still looked good.
Yeah, it did. Definitely.
But yeah, it was quite long, easy to stripe up, and just I'm looking forward to have fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Fun with it. Clint Adams. I take a day off and the whole thing falls apart. Amateurs. Well,
Thought it was going all right.
I thought it was going all right. Yeah.
Okay.
But boss man knows all.
That's true. Don't question him.
That's right. Is that right? An all year seed, unlike is that seed an all year seed? It all seeds an all year seed if you can keep enough water up to it, Josie. That's the trouble with ryegrass, especially the northern heat. I'm a big believer that the northern heat is much warmer than the central and southern heat in South Australia. Even in suburbs, like suburbs next to each other. So, if you keep water up to it, it'll be all right. Clint's managed to keep his alive. Clint said, "Sent dildo my lawn stripes via Teams."
What, Clint sent his lawn stripes?
Yeah, to you. Clint just said soundboard. Yeah, soundboard's here, right here.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
Wow, I was actually not expecting Clint's front lawn to look like that.
Yeah, it looks good,
Wow, okay. I think I'm just used to seeing his back lawn.
I don't know how. Can you put that on the screen?
I'll tell you what. I'll forward it to you and you can get it up on the screen.
All right.
Coming through.
Mick, where you got to poop? All right. Can they see that?
Yep.
There's some nice stripes there.
Yeah, looking good.
Nice colour as well. So, yeah, Clint Seed
nice.
will be in stock.
Coming to you soon.
Coming to you soon. I have been warned, though, that it is... It's not going to be the same price as the ryegrass. That's all I'm going to say at this point in time.
Okay.
It won't be $50 for 3 kilos. It will be a little bit more. So, but that's all the things that we can deal with when it comes. And I don't know, maybe we do a special or something. Pittman, hello.
Pittman.
This from Nate Extreme. Can confirm fine fescue is thirsty over the summer heat. Miss a day and it can and will get roasted. Fucking hell, roast me in the comments for my stutters.
Today, Junior.
Ashley Percher, I want to get a backpack pressure sprayer. Why should I get the Solo 414 compared to the other backpack sprayers such as the Ryobi, etc.? Well, Ashley, if you have Ryobi batteries already at home and you've got all the Ryobi tools, it'd only make sense that you get a Ryobi sprayer because you've already got the battery, you've got the tools, may as well keep it all the same.
Makes sense.
If you don't have any Ryobi tools, you don't have any Makita tools, no Milwaukee tools, or you're just not a tool person, but you get it, tool, T-A-L-L, not T-O-O-L, get it? The English language is fucked.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you don't have any tools and you're not very, loyal to any particular brand, the Solo 414 is a great sprayer because it allows you to do multiple different things. You can get nozzle upgrade kits. You can get wands for it. I'm not too familiar with the Ryobi one especially, but I know for the other tool brands that there are, different attachments available. I would say that the Solo 414 is better suited to an array of different nozzle selections that are a lot easier to get, the fittings and all those sorts of things. The other thing as well is Clint has had 2 or 3 in his life. He does not wash them out. He does not look after them, and they continue to turn on and spray for him. And anyone that knows Clint knows that he does not look after his equipment. And the fact that it still works is a testament, bit like the Milwaukee stuff that we use on the front lawn. So, yeah. Cam Bissett, what is the best battery backpack sprayer on the market? Best in what category? Best is in best value for money. The Solo 414 is very good value for money. Best is in best quality. There are backpack sprayers out there north of $1,000 and more, so I suppose best to you is a different it may be a different measurement, best value for money or best possible sprayer, best possible components, best possible, adaptions you can make to it and changes. Yeah, like I said, the sprayers are upwards of $1,000. But in general, the Solo gear is pretty good. They do have a professional range, which looking into next season, I am looking at maybe increasing our Solo sprayer offering. I've also got something very exciting about Solo. Excuse me, I needed that. Which is their 441. It's a little bit more. I think it's a little bit more expensive than the 414, but it's got a different pump and the way that it uses the water. So I'll have a look at that. I did have a conversation with the director in which Solo import to about the Solo 406, Damo Dazzle's favourite sprayer.
Right.
He's asked me He asked me many times where it's gone. So I did some research, I did some asking, did some digging. The Solo still make it, so that's a plus. Solo still make it, the plus.
Okay.
The negative is that the minimum order quantities has changed. So in order for them to create, I suppose, a manufacturing run, they need to commit to however many units. So I'm getting all that data and then I'm going to put it together and just see if it's worthwhile us getting, I don't know, 2 pallets or whatever of Solo 406s to bring them back to the Australian market.
So what's the big difference in that?
It's a 6 litre. It's a 6 litre handheld battery sprayer.
Okay.
So a little bit smaller, perfect for my front lawn. So I use a 406 on my front lawn because I don't need a 414 for my front lawn. It's ridiculous, too big. So, best quality under 500. Yeah, look, the Solo 414, the Solo 441 as well is the one I'm currently looking at. I just want to double check the price on that as well. Yeah, so that's 300, 330, 340. That's a good sprayer as well. The Solo 417 is also a very good sprayer. You've got pressure regulating, so there are products that require certain pressure for stuff to be put out on. That's obviously very technical, but the Solo Professional range is very good quality and value for under $500. Got a comment about you here, Dylan.
Oi.
It's fucking hell, I can't read that. Is this even my handle? My God, Adam. It's criminal that we've had to wait this long to see Dylan's face on the potty again.
Oh, damn.
Chucks.
That's nice. That's nice to say, isn't it, Jonesy?
It is.
No, it's good to be back. Thank you for welcoming me.
_C Millies _ what Lawnhub products can you put together? That's a great question. If you go to the Lawnhub website and you go to the spray pack and you click on it and you scroll down a little bit, you'll see our mixing guide. All those products on that mixing guide explain what can and can't be mixed together. In terms of granular, the granular fertilizer and BBW can be applied back to back as well. So hopefully that helps. All right. Happy Friday, dudes. Thanks, Nathan Manjarang.
Happy Friday.
Nicholas Lamb. Is the big bastard of a gum tree near my front lawn be the reason part of the grass seems to need a lot more water than the rest of the lawn? I seem to have used extra water and additional dose of roots and shoots in between my normal use to keep it looking the same. Yes, absolutely, Nicholas. You may also find that it compacts a lot easier and quicker in those areas too. So, yeah, aeration, wetting agent, and water around those areas. But it's also a case-by-case scenario because you go to the river and there's grass under all the trees there in front of the shacks, but I suppose the counter argument to that is that the trees are right next to the river, so they're just getting their water from the river rather than the lawn. So, yeah. When are you getting mini peel back in stock? I've inquired, VJ. I'm waiting. That along with Clint Seed, they're the two I'm waiting for. Nicholas Lamb. If so, is there anything you could recommend outside of what I'm doing, short of anything illegal? I'm not sure, Nicholas, as in like order? Not sure. Maybe I've missed something there. Sorry. Ashley Percher. What gets rid of mushrooms? Well, Ashley, mushrooms can be a sign of a few different things. So if they're starting to come up in rings, then Impala is registered for fairy ring, which is one of the main causes of mushrooms appearing in your lawn. Making sure that got that right.
Yep.
And if they're just sporadic, I wouldn't worry about them too much. But if they're starting to come up in, where's my mouse? There. If they're starting to come up in rings or half rings, Impala. Vemgen, can I use a Celiprin in veggie patch for grubs? Okay, Vemgen. So, unfortunately, a Celiprin is not registered for that use. Therefore, I can't recommend it because someone will get angry and then I'll get another letter. And I don't know how many letters I get before I go to jail.
Yep. I think it's like 8.
8 letters?
Yeah, and I think you're on like
Well,
more than 8.
not me.
Oh.
But if we're going to be a team, then yeah.
If we're a team, we already established.
We should
we're a
all be
team,
in jail.
So we should
Is there a straight to jail button?
straight to jail.
There should be a straight to jail button. What's that one? Aaron SP.
Oh, that's the intro song.
Oh,
That's what Clint clicked last week. Is there on the HR page where we had when we did that segment? Is there a straight to jail? Or I think it's one of the last pages, if not the last page.
oh, here we go. What's this?
Bye-bye.
No. What's this? Oh, that's the. Every time we say something, this is my emails.
Every time.
Come in.
What's that? Anyway, yeah.
Okay, so no sound effect.
No, straight to jail. I can't see it. So, yeah. So, yeah. So.
Yeah.
Anything to get rid of slugs from Sir Walter Buffalo, are they harmful to lawn? Not really. I mean, sunlight and lack of moisture will get rid of them. They don't like sunlight and they don't like no moisture. Otherwise, you could sprinkle some salt out. They don't particularly like salt as well. So, okay. This is a great question, Nathan Wood. Does Lawnhub have any plans to expand their product range to cover things like a Celiprin, Duke, Spartan, or plan to stay in their current lane or in the current lane? It's a great question, Nathan. So we, as a business, have a list of products that we want under the Lawnhub name, some of which the ball's already moving. But as we know from when we registered NSFW, things take time. So there are a list of products that we do want to have under the Lawnhub name. And there's also a list of products that we either aren't fussed about. And there's also a list of products that we'll continue to sell because the demand is there for them, but they won't be a Lawnhub branded product. So, yeah. So the answer is yes, and the answer is also no. So we do plan to have, there's at least 1, 2, 3, there's 3 or 4 that we definitely do want. And then the rest we're either not fussed about or it's just easier. We don't sell enough volume to warrant having it our own product at this point in time. But, you know, even though 7 days is a long day in footy, 12 months is a long time in business. So I could be sitting here in 12 months' time saying, we've partnered up with a massive chem company and they're going to start making all of our chemicals for us. We don't know, but yeah, there's 4 or 5 products 3 or 4 products that we really want under the Lawnhub name. Phil McCracken. Hello, lawn lovers. Listened to last week's show and wanted to know, did you get in touch with the cereal granola lady? No, I couldn't find her TikTok. I really tried. I couldn't find her TikTok, so I forgot a bit. Sorry, let me say that again. I forgot that I looked and I felt bad because I couldn't find her, and then I got over it, and now I'm feeling all those emotions.
Yeah,
again.
great. Now it's back. So thank you for bringing that one up. The guilt is piling on.
Yes.
Yeah.
79 Benny. I'm assuming it's 79 because you've got a 79 Series Land Cruiser. Neighbours' weeds are growing through the boundary colour-bond fence onto my side and having trouble getting rid of them with Roundup and dicamba, cat's heads, pigweed, sticky beaks, etc. Any ideas? Yes. Duke. Something like Duke is very, very good at eradicating those types of weeds, especially once Roundup and dicamba start to not be as effective. Also exciting, Dylan, Duke is now available in a 50-gram container rather than a 100-gram container.
Whoa!
And we're also waiting for that to come in too. So that's exciting. So
That's very exciting.
that was I reckon every 3 times would recommend Duke. 1 out of 3 times would be like, have you got anything the same but cheaper? And now we're going to be able to fill that void.
Awesome.
So
Nice.
that should be available very, very soon on the website. Looking forward to that. Super excited. Such a good product, and it is now going to be more accessible for a lot more people.
Awesome.
Oh, need a drink. Jack O. Hutton. Oh, how good's cold water?
So good.
Like, I fucking love cold water.
It's great.
All right, Jacko Hutton, living in Ballarat, Victoria, heading into winter soon. What's the best stuff to apply over winter? Got the grass up and going now, so wanting to keep it like that. Thanks, boys. Jacko, if the lawn's looking good and you're happy with it, liquid fertilizers if the weather permits. So 3-way, Money Shop, and Roots and Shoots. You can apply one product every 3 or 4 weeks. Keep that color up. It's funny you ask that question because I've made some great progress on the Lawnhub book this week. So I've written 28 pages. I've added 28 pages, 26 pages to the book, and I've just completed a more full, in-depth 12-month lawn plan, and it mentions that now that we've hit May. We've done all of our hard work. It's time to sit back, relax, and enjoy. But if the weather permits, continue mowing and use liquid fertilizers to upkeep the color in your lawn. Oh, yeah. Very good week this week, Dylan. Lots
Very
happened.
productive.
And
Get
we
it
got
done.
And we got a truck.
There's a truck outside.
And we got a truck. So Lawnhub got a truck. So exciting. So thank you. All right. Oh, Vamjim, good stuff. I'm getting 50-gram Duke. Nicholas Lamb, fuck yes. I was going to ask if you were planning on a smaller Duke Legends. And Clint said #Gawler. #Gawler.
Sweet.
Pardon me. Jacko Hutton. Cold water is the goat. It sure is. All right. Hannah Montana 3. Is there a spray to kill lots of paspalum throughout my lawn? Hannah, there is. I just need to know what your lawn variety is to be able to answer your question specifically, because paspalum killers are also very harmful to certain grass varieties. So I just need to make sure we got that. Now, Dylan, we are drawing a prize today. Is that correct?
We are.
If we go to the homepage, because that's where Dylan sent me. Here we go. So for the month of, the month of May, we are giving away 4 King Chrome portable toolkit, 85 piece.
Mm-hmm.
We have 1 at each location here. So 1 at Lawnhub and 1 each at WaterPro. And I used it in this coming week for this filmed week video.
Mm-hmm.
I've used it. Great toolkit. King Chrome have a lifetime warranty. It's stamped on their carry case. So that's exciting. And they're valued at $3.99 each. And the major prize is a MGI AI Navigator GPS Plus electric golf buggy. So, those of you that are golf fans, it's great. It's a great piece of equipment. We've got the zip navigators, not the AI, not the GPS ones, but looking at the images, it looks like a phenomenal piece of kit. So we draw the winner of the first King. Sorry, we're giving away 3 King Chrome toolkits. 3? 4. 4. There we go.
The last week we'll have 2 prizes.
Yes, I see it now. All right, so 4 King Chrome toolkits. We are drawing the first winner today at 3 p.m. Adelaide time, so in 22 minutes time. And one hub number equals 1 entry. Shipping is included. Prizes are not redeemable for cash, and you can win more than once. So very exciting. I think if you haven't got a toolkit, this is a great starter toolkit. It's got a 1/2-inch ratchet set. It's got a breaker bar. It's got a spanner set. It's got screwdrivers, flathead, Phillips head. It's got an attachable screwdriver with different types of attachments. It's got a pair of pliers, side cutters, knife, long nose pliers, and some Allen keys, and a pry bar as well, I think. Well, the one here does. I can't see it in the image. Anyway.
Cool.
So that's super exciting. So we draw that in 21 minutes. I suppose what we need from you, Dylan, is last week's last hub number.
So that would be the winner of the mini bike.
Yes, that video.
Yep.
So whatever.
I've got it.
Oh, you do? All right, cool. Then we can deal with that later.
Yep, cool.
Toolkits are downstairs if you want to show them. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Who said that?
Clint. So if anyone in this building is currently watching, by the front door, if you're looking at the front door from the inside to the right, there's 2 brown boxes. Can you bring one of the toolkits up, please?
I'll leave that a few minutes, and if no one comes, I'll go get it.
All right. Jacko Hutton, why liquid, not granular fertilizer? Well, this time of year, liquid fertilizer is more... Sorry, let me say that again. Liquid fertilizer for warm season grass is more efficient because it will be taken up much quicker via the leaf. With cooler soil temps, granular fertilizer for warm season grass at this time of year is not as efficient, and will just... It probably with the weather that we're getting at the moment, soil temps will probably still be okay for granular fertilizer. But if you've already done your second application of Prem, or you've done a granular fertilizer in the last 6 weeks, there's no point putting another one down. So liquid fertilizer just to top up the lawn as it currently is. Because you already know, Legends, what kills Kikuyu and Cooch? Because Monument does not. It just keeps coming back. Quinclorac, that controls Kikuyu. I can't remember the trade name for that active, but Quinclorac is one of them. I'm not sure if you need a spray chem license there. Let me just have a look. Quinclorac. Here we go. Jesus Christ, this stuff's not cheap. Quinclorac. What was I looking for, Dylan? If you need a chem license to spray it. There. I've missed the fucking... Here we go. All right. Okay. I mean, I can't see anything. It says, oh, thanks, Jesse.
All right.
All right. These are not, these are the okay, so this is, these are slightly different to the one that we have here, but still, okay, so this is called the Portable Automotive Toolkit. Still 85 piece. Look at that. All right, I can read it off the back here. Okay, so we've got 19 metric 1/2-inch sockets. So we've got an 8mm all the way through to a 19mm. Then it skips to 20mm, and then it goes to 21 to 24. Skips to 25mm, then 26, 27. Skips to 28, 29. Goes to a 30, and then a 32mm. Yeah, great piece of kit. Yeah, like I said, the King Chrome stuff is really, really good. Super nice. I actually like this ratchet, the way that it moves. It's quite therapeutic.
Bit of ASMR for you?
Yeah, a bit of ASMR. So, yes. So,
nice.
metric, because the Imperial system is null and void. Whew, all right. Yes, I can't seem to see anything. No massive issues here. Well, no massive messages saying that. Oi, straight to jail. I can check one more thing. Quinclorac herbicide. Doot. Here we go. All right, if we read the SDS. I love reading this shit. Something wrong with me. Here we go. All right. Oh, it's a Schedule 5. Interesting. Yep. Quinclorac is a Schedule 5. Meaning it's a caution, I believe. I believe Schedule 5 is a caution. Schedule 5 poisons. Here we go. No, Schedule 5 is a low. Here we go. So many different bloody things. Cool. Anyway, that was interesting. They say you learn something new every day, Dylan.
There you go.
So, but it looks like everyone's gone because no one's talking anymore, but that's okay. We've got 14 minutes till we draw.
See if there's any Instagram
Oh yeah,
questions
can you do
our-
that? Can you do
our
that?
little story. I
Otherwise
definitely can.
I'll lose everything.
No, that's all. That's all good. I'll read some out if you're ready.
Yep.
All right. So we got a couple here from Scott CC. I've spread 100 millimeters of under turf soil. Should I run a roller over it before laying the turf?
You sure can. There's no issues in doing that at all. Yes, that's fine.
And then after that, he said best post and pre-turf laying tips.
Pre-turf laying tips. I mean, I'd get this surface prepped as best you can. You're not going to get it perfect because all the turf cut isn't going to be perfect. Obviously, if you've got room in the budget for irrigation, I strongly recommend getting an irrigation design done so you can install that before you put the turf down. And then after laying the lawn, make sure you lay the lawn in a brickwork pattern to prevent as much movement as possible. And then that first watering, make sure you get a deep watering in, get the root zone wet, get the soil wet, and then it's just about keeping enough water on it that it's damp and the slabs don't dry out. Of course, at the same time, you want to apply the cherry popper pack at the time of laying to give the lawn the best possible start to life.
Nice. Got one here from Very Clint.
Mm-hmm.
I recognize that name.
Yes.
Can I still buy your products at other resellers like SA Landscapes Suppliers?
You certainly can. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we do obviously have other resellers outside of Total Tools. So again, I do encourage people to go to the Stockers tab on the website and to check out the other resellers that may be closer to you. So in SA, we've got an abundance. We've obviously got WaterPro, we've got SA Landscapes, we've got All Make Moles and More at Edwardstown, we've got Irrigation Pumps and More in Mount Barker.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Marson Hire in Parafield, Paraka. We've got Steel Shop Barossa in Tanunda. How many other essays we got, Dylan? See how good my
A few
memory is.
others.
No, I think I got them all. Losing my voice. This is what happens when I speak. Yeah, okay. So we got All Make Mowers, we've got SA Landscapes, we've got WaterPro, we've got Irrigation Pumps and More, Steel Shop Barossa, the Patch Nursery in Renmark. And that's all the ones in SA. But yeah, obviously there's more. There's so many now. it's great to see. We couldn't have done this without the support of you guys as well. So, yeah, look at that. That's really goodly.
Really goodly.
Really goodly. So, yes, thank you so much, guys.
And the last one is from Lawn Slut.
Lawn Slut.
Yep. Who's just sent through a photo of his lawn.
Yeah, I did see that. There's a nice photo. Nice
Yeah.
photo.
looking
PJ's just written here, got Malvern Irrigation in Melbourne. Unfortunately, Malvern Irrigation is no longer open. So, yeah, no more Malvern on the stockers. But, yeah, who else we got? We got Holbrook Tyre Service. We've got DST Rural in Silverdale there. We've got Hunter Valley Landscape Supplies. We've got... really losing my voice here. Yeah, Hunter Valley Landscape Supplies. Livability up in Brisbane there. Steel Shop Namba, Sunshine Coast Mowers, The Yard Landscape Supplies, Yapoon Small Motor Service, Marquee Outdoors. So, yeah, so many more resellers out there as well. So, head to the website and check out your nearest stockers near you. Alyssa Topperwin. What's going on, Top Drop? Send Jonesy out for product demos in Renmark. Well, we can send Dylan out. He's a lot better looking than me. I think the folk of Renmark will be a lot happy with that.
Grew up in Renmark.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking you and Jazz.
Yeah. How weird's that?
Fucking hell. All right, Scott Crawford has it. Oh, Jesus, I missed some. Sorry, guys. Scott Crawford. I've read that methylfuran sulfate is good to kill carpet grass. Will it kill cooch? Some methylfuran products are not turf registered. Let's have a look. Yeah, so I had a feeling that the product unfortunately they're not turf registered. And like I said at the beginning, and I think midway through this current podcast, recommending something out of label gets me in trouble. So, unfortunately, I can't recommend that one. I can't recommend that product, but I can recommend a product. I can recommend a product that has that product in it along with something else, which is turf registered. Give me 2 seconds and I'll list it. It's an Adama product, I'm pretty sure, or Quail. Here we go. Quail Pro. It's called Negate. Quail Pro Negate 110 gram. That has got methylfuromethyl in it, which is, just make sure you read the label. I'm not familiar 100% with that product, but that is turf registered. Just a lot more expensive. Nathan Wood, I applied Duke about 1.5 weeks ago and the onion grass looks a bit sad but not dying. How long do you wait? As the reapplier says, no bueno, but fuck financial advice. Let me double check. I think it's 4 to 6 weeks, the follow-up application. Just give me 2 secs. Double check. It's really important so I don't get another letter. Okay. Yeah, 2 to 3 weeks you can reapply, but don't exceed. Just want to check the do not exceed rate, because these products do have, because of the resistance warning, it will give you how much, like, don't apply more than said kilos per hectare a year. Sorry, 4 weeks. 4 weeks. You'll be ready for another one, but don't exceed 3 applications.
Cool.
So yeah, he's still got a couple of weeks. Or he's thinking he's still got a week. What is the best product for moss? Cam Bissett. Well, Cam, they do not like iron products. Moss does not like iron products. Okay, Mika Power and sunlight, Cam. So if you've got any liquid iron, you can apply that to the moss. Otherwise, sunlight. But obviously, if there's moss growing there, it means that there's obviously not enough sunlight. So yeah, liquid iron will burn the moss. That's a quick and easy way to do it. Mika Power. I laid iron cut in Bermuda turf 4 weeks ago. Northern East Victoria. Thoughts on pre-winter fertilizers? Also weed control. Okay, Mika. So if you have broadleaf weeds starting to pop up, you can start to use products like NSFW after 12 weeks. Otherwise, pre-winter fertilizers, if being it's 4 weeks old, I would just stick with the starter fertilizer still. So got laid. And then weed control, we don't. So the pre-emergents that we sell are not safe for lawns that haven't been down for 6 months or longer. But there are other products like Oxifert, Oxistar, which is oxadiazone, which I did have a meeting with someone a couple of weeks ago about a product like that in a bucket as well. So that may be coming to the the product range soon as well, just to give us that flexibility for those that want to use a pre-emergent herbicide on newer lawns. Obviously, Prodion means it can't be used on new lawns because of its root pruning effect. So, Leith 2019, will Got Laid be sold at Total Tools? Yes, some stores have opted to take on Got Laid. Some stores have opted to take on just a little bit of the range, whereas some of them have taken on all the Lawnhub range. It'll just be, I suppose, my advice to you guys at home that have a local Total Tools that either don't currently sell Lawnhub. I would strongly encourage you to go into the store and say, hey, I saw on Facebook that Lawnhub's here. When are you guys getting it in? If you get enough people to do that, then obviously that it'll be enough demand for them all to take it, which will help you guys at home. It means it'll be more accessible for you. So, yes, the full Lawnhub range, like Lawnhub products, are available for purchase for the Total Tools stores. And some of them have also taken some Barricade 250mm just to see how it goes. But as the interest grows from you guys at home and the public to these stores, it just means that they will need to, or hopefully, continue to take on more of the range and hold more of it for you guys. Scott Crawford, I did order the cherry popper pack for my new turf. I think they arrived today. Just confirming all can be applied right after the turf is laid. Yes, so the Got Laid and the BBW can be applied either on top of the lawn or below the lawn before rolling it out. That is fine. Water it in. And then I can't remember exactly, but I think it's 14 to 21 days later, it's a roots and shoots application. And yes, Clint has just written there, Malvern irrigation is no more. So, yes. We're closing in, Dylan. 3 minutes to go.
Getting close.
And we'll do the Google number generator. Is that Google? What is it? Random number selector?
Yeah, and should just pop up on the
random number generator. Got to keep you separated. Hey. Offspring came to Adelaide on Sunday night as well. That was very, very good. As were Simple Plan. Granted, I probably know more Simple Plan songs than Offspring songs, but I thoroughly enjoyed both of them playing. So now, Dylan, just for ease of convenience, what is the hub number that we are starting with today?
We are starting with... So the last winner was Jason. His hub number was 113535. So we will be 113536.
113536. And I'll just double check that. Nah.
Nah, what?
Well, 3-5 is Jason who won.
Mm-hmm. So
But-
the number after that.
No, that's who won. That wasn't the bracket in which the hub numbers were drawn from.
When was it drawn from?
So it was drawn from the beginning of April to the end of April, or to the start of May. So that date that you've given me is for the 16th of April. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Okay.
Left.
I get what you're saying.
So what date did we draw the... It was the 2nd of May.
Mm-hmm.
So if I go to... if I go here and I go custom and I add a filter and I sort by date and I go in here. Quality viewing. Date, here we go. Custom...
So what, from 3 p.m. on that day, the first order from
Well,
3 p.m.?
We need to double check, but I'll be able to check here. So there was an order done. Gotta keep it separated. Okay, so there's an order here that was done at 2:52 p.m., which would have been included. And then the next order was 2:50. It's 3:08. So that number is 116,536. So they weren't. So you were 3,000 orders off.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yep.
So 116,536. So that was the first order on May 2nd at 3:08 p.m. of the next lot.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Makes sense.
All right, so now if we clear that. So, it's 3:01. So the last order was done today at 2:53. So if we put that there. Which was 117,289. 117,289. Now, we should write that number down. We need the whiteboard back.
We do. So
Get her
give me that
done.
number.
117,289 is the last order.
So we will need 117,290 next
Yes,
week.
next week as the
Correct.
starter.
Correct.
Look at us.
I know, we're getting better. It's good. So I might need you to make that a little bit smaller for me, just for Instagram.
Okay.
Nice little portrait. Centered. Keep going. Yeah. So you obviously need to see them. So yeah, if we can do that and then just center it. That's all right. Yeah. That part. Over left a little bit more. Keep going. About there.
About there?
Yep.
Cool.
That looks good to me. Instagram's on a bit of a delay, but I reckon that should be all well and good.
Clint's written, this is the worst. Well, this is no different to what we normally do. First time he's heard that. Last Friday, fuckface. Yeah, we sorted it. Right, we got it.
All right, we ready?
Oh, my God, there's heaps of fucking questions that have come through, but we'll deal with them in a sec. Okay, so for the winner of the first King Chrome 85-piece portable automotive toolkit is 117,119. So 117,119 is Tyler S. from New South Wales. I don't know how to pronounce.
Congratulations.
I do not know how to pronounce that suburb. So Tyler S. Second order. Quite decent order here, actually. So congratulations, Tyler. You are the winner of this week's or this month's first prize, our first giveaway of a King Chrome 85-piece toolkit. Congratulations. Oh, look. Hello, Clint. Clint's on the Shopify.
Nice. Hello.
So well done, Tyler. I did get in contact with the winners last week. So I've managed to get in contact with the winner of the bike. So that is being organised for delivery now. And the funny story, actually, Dylan. The guy that won one of the mower giveaways sent our online contact form an email saying, hey, I've just received a spam email from you guys saying that I'd won a mower kit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no shit.
So then
wow.
I rang him and he's like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, right. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we got to make sure that we let the people know how we'll contact them. Needs to be from an email. It'd actually be from yours, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Adam
it
at
has to be from Adam
lawnhub.com.au.
at lawnhub.com.au.
There's only one Adam at lawnhub.com.au that I'm aware of. So, yes. But yes, congratulations, Tyler.
Congrats, Tyler.
So we got that written down. 117119.
117119. Sent to Kira as well.
Sick. All right. Go on. Congratulations. All right. Okay. Is this from BD? Could you add ryegrass to a fine fescue blend Clint seed for faster germination and really dark colour? Worried how thirsty straight rye would be. Look, BD, for the purpose of calling it Clint seed, we wouldn't add ryegrass to it, only because we don't have a blender for seed, so you get a really inconsistent seed mix. And Clint seed mix is a fescue blend only, so if you'd want ryegrass to add to it, you'd have to add to it yourself. I do know what you're saying, but for the purpose of calling it Clint seed, it would just be the fescue blend. It'll be bedtime before the draw. That's funny. That is funny.
We got there. That was probably quicker than last week. Last week, we probably spent a bit of dawn. Although there was 3 last week. So.
That's funny. Vemgem. Just a reminder, Total Tools sometimes do 20% sales too. Yes, they do. However, currently, and this is for all of our resellers, they will get an opportunity to purchase discounted stock to participate as part of our, say, Black Friday sales, our Easter sales, etc., our whatever other sales. It's then up to them whether they want to participate in the sale or not. So it's always beneficial to ring ahead if you're planning to go to a reseller if there's a sale on and say, hey, are you part of the sale? To avoid disappointment, don't just rock up expecting it to be on sale. We do not stipulate that our resellers need to sell stuff at any fixed price or anything like that. So we will write down 117, 119 for next week. That's funny.
Thanks, boys.
That's funny. Dakota 312. How you going? We're going well, Dakota. How you going, Dylan?
I'm going really well. Thank you, Dakota.
Really goodly.
Really goodly.
Really, really goodly. Really goodly.
Keen for the weekend.
Yes.
Keen for tomorrow. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be I got golf tomorrow. I played horrendous last week, Dylan.
Talk to me about it. I haven't heard anything. How did the boys go?
Oh, yes. On Monday we played golf too.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
We had
Is that not what you're talking about?
No, I was just talking about...
Just general?
I was just talking about my golf game on Saturday being fucking garbage. So,
So not good.
That's funny, Clint. Clint just sent me something that I'm not going to share, but... Fucking hell. That's ridiculous.
This is prime viewing and listening content.
That's so bad. That's so bad. Now, yeah, so Monday we had our it was the Turf Management of South Australia Golf Day.
And you didn't take home the trophy?
No, we didn't take home the trophy. So we started magnificently, Dylan. So
you did? Started strong?
We started on hole 6 or 7.
Okay.
I think it was hole 7. Started with Ervo. massive drive down the fairway. Then we had Bish's, went a bit right. Clint's was a little short. And then mine was straight down the fairway. Actually got Irvo by a couple of meters. So
All right.
we ended up taking my
nice.
drive. And then we had a 50-degree in, flipped it in there, got some nice backspin to about 10 foot, and then I sunk the putt. So I stood up there, sunk the putt, so it was an own birdie. So we took my chip as
beautiful.
well. So
Nice,
own birdie to start. And then our second hole was a par 3. Clint played a magnificent shot to put us very close. Unable to get the bird.
Damn.
Unable to get the bird. Very, very disappointing. So we left there for par. So we were 1 under through 2. Then our third hole, we had a par 5. We got Irvo hit a nice drive. And then, we were in a good position. So Bish and Irvo had us in a very good position. So then I just thought, fuck it, I'm just going to swing hard. And I got a hold of it and we ended up taking my ball. So
Nice. Yep.
and then we had, it's a dog leg right now. Dog leg, for those that don't know, a dog leg is like literally a dog leg. So there's a bend in the hole. We had about 208, I think, to the pin, but we had trees in front of us. So you had to go either out and around or up and over. And I think I hit first. Or no, Bish hit first. Got us in a good position. And then I've stood up with my hybrid. So Bish went iron to get us in a good position. Then I went up with hybrid. Hit it perfectly, middle of the club face. Got the shape I wanted. And we just assumed like, yep, that'll be up there. That'll be good. Irvo hit a nice hybrid as well. And Clint was a little right in the bushes. Got Clint's ball. And as we came out from the bushes, we saw a ball on the green about 6 foot, 5 foot from the hole.
Oh, no.
And I thought it was Irvo's because Irvo usually hits it further than me.
Yeah.
Got up there and no. Big boys.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it was someone else.
Nah, Irvo's was a bit short.
No, nice.
Not by much, only by a couple of meters of the green. So we took my drive again, my second shot.
Oh, holding the team.
So I was going for an own eagle as well.
Yeah.
Missed the eagle putt.
Okay.
Didn't give it the respect it needed, but we did sink the eagle putt. So we were 3 under through 3 and back on track. So, I think we got to 6 or 7 under for the day. 3 very costly bogeys, unfortunately. Just putts that should have went in. So we weren't able to defend our title, but we came 4th or 5th. But if you're not first, you're last. So not a great result. We will rebuild and we'll come back next year.
Beautiful.
But I just do want to reiterate the shot that Clint shot on our second hole, so the 8th hole, the par 3. Just the shape, the backspin. He made the comment that it felt different.
It felt different.
Yeah. So found the middle of the club face. It was magnificent. So unfortunately, weren't able to get the dub. Yes, and that's a good point, Clint. So as much as we do have Total Tools as a reseller, like I said at the beginning, we do obviously have our other resellers that have also, a lot of them now have actually gone to online as well. So a lot of them have started to put Lawnhub products online as well, meaning that you can buy online, potentially to somewhere close to you, also saving on shipping as well. So resellers and Total Tools are also online as well. So just check that out as well. Okay, so and then Clint's written, because I won't share it because, what Clint sent me, but he went to a local hardware store today, Mitre 10, to grab a log splitter, and some lawn porn fertilizer was in the shop.
Okay.
A 4 kilo bag, Dylan, how much?
A 4 kilo bag.
A 4 kilo bag. How much would you feel was nice? Considering that 5 kilos of Trojan will cost you $32.95.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, let's say $25 then.
$65 for 4 kilos.
Yep.
Taking the PI double 5. So
There you go.
So
not $25.
no, $65.
Okay.
So oh my God. G'day, Jonesy and Dylan. How are your home lawns doing? My front lawn, I had a bit of a fight with my fertilizer spreader, and I had some really like cheetah style green patches from my fertilizer application of premature. But other than that, I had battled a bit of cooch mite again, decimated this much, but my lawn's only this big. So, lost about maybe a third of a square metre of turf to cooch mite. Treated that. Recovery's been slow and will only continue to be slower now given the time of year. I am also struggling the dryness of the wind that gets through my place as well. So I really need to consider whether I do rip the front lawn up, put some better soil in it, more moisture holding soil, and relay the lawn or seed as the video went up today, I'm a big bent fan, so put some bent grass out the front. I don't know. It's really difficult. The back lawn's atrocious because actually that's unfair. The back lawn's doing okay given that we've got the dog, we've got the 2 fruit trees and the shade. So it's okay. Dylan, how's your lawns going?
Well, I don't have a lawn.
Yeah.
But watch this space. Is all
Yes,
I'm saying
that's
for
right.
Now. Yes.
I'll leave that. I'll leave
more
that
incoming.
news.
I'll wait a little bit and we'll come back to this.
Yes.
We'll come back to this.
I'll leave that news for you to share, Dylan. That's your news. So if you wish to share it, you can. Otherwise, we can move on. But
we'll move on for now.
okay.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you guys a big update.
Yeah.
Next time I'm a special guest.
So that's exciting. So
It is exciting.
Stay tuned for
Exciting
that.
news.
We do have a guest on the 6th of June.
We do.
Yes. So we have a returning guest,
A superintendent.
a golf course superintendent.
Beautiful.
Yes. So
Rowan.
no, he's not a returning guest. He's not been on this podcast yet.
Okay. Sorry.
So there's still time, Rowie. There's still time. But no, we're going to have Ben Hallam back on the podcast.
Nice.
So
cool.
finish part 2 of where we left off.
Yep.
So
Beautiful.
or where we finished it. Sorry. So we're going to take up where we left it last time. So looking forward to that in the new studio.
It'd be good to compare with the
Yeah.
now with the new studio and
Yeah. Hopefully the paint smell's gone by then. But yeah. So looking forward to having Ben back on the podcast.
What episode was he?
Oh, Jesus, I don't know. I used to be able to remember the podcast because of the Crows players and the numbers, but now 66?
He was 50.
50?
Episode 50. I thought it was earlier than that.
Shit, that was
Okay.
not that long ago, really. It's 16 weeks
ago.
Well,
Yeah.
we missed one because we were stuck at the airport. Well, we were running in the airport.
Running in the airport
instead
yeah.
instead of filming.
Yeah.
So
Like I said,
so 17.
17 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Scott says here, Hunter or Rainbird nozzles? Look, we have Hunter nozzles out the front here, the 815 range, which puts out more volume of water. At home, I've got R-Vans out the front and MP rotators out the back. I just think it really comes down to what you need. So, for example, out the back, at the time, I couldn't run R-Vans because I didn't have the flow or the pressure because all the water came through the house. I've slightly changed that now where I've come off the mains and I've got a valve box system, so I'm able to run the R-Vans should I choose to, but I keep the MPs out the back because they are low maintenance, they are reliable, and they always shoot up when I need them to. Out the front's a bit of a different story. I've got the wind. I need a bit of a larger droplet because of the wind as well. And because of the wind, I don't like to water for as long out the front. So R-Vans do put out more water than a standard MP rotator. But in saying that, we do have the 815 range and I believe the 820 range now, which again puts out more water. Look, R-Vans are cheaper to purchase. I've talked about it before. I have lost a few R-Vans to a couple of cars driving over my sprinklers as well. So it really comes down to the application. I think, if I'm being honest, I've had less problems with my hunters, if I'm being honest. So who knows, if I decide to rip up the front lawn and redo it, I might redo everything with all hunter.
Yep.
But that's all it's all to be seen, I suppose. So lawn porn in my mitre turn is $60 plus. Yeah. Look, obviously they run a certain percentage of profit to be able to charge prices like that. That's their business model. That's not our business model, is it, Dylan?
No.
Our business model is to make sure and ensure that people get quality, professional grade products delivered to their door at a most cost-effective price.
Absolutely.
Matt Lee, what's the effect of fruit trees on a lawn, Adam? Well, they like to suck the fucking moisture out of the soil. That's what they do. And I've trained my fruit trees to not grow over my back fence to disturb my neighbours. I've trained everything to grow over the lawn. So, yeah. So shade as well is another issue. But they're starting to drop their leaves and I'll prune them back. I'll be quite severe again this year. This is I think the third year in a row I haven't had any apricots, which is very annoying, actually thinking about cutting that tree out.
Yeah, right. Why no apricots?
Don't know.
Needs to be optimal conditions.
I honestly don't know. The first 2 years we got apricots.
Yeah.
And then the last three, no bueno. Now Clint has just uploaded the video. So what I'll do now, I'll bring it over to the screen. I just want you to know that I played cricket for a very long time, and this is not a roasting session of my swing. Okay.
Okay.
It's not a roasting session. I played cricket for a very long time. And it is a cricketer's swing. It is not a golfer's swing. Just want to make that very clear.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't want anyone to see my algorithm because it's not good. Oh, it doesn't matter. Anyway, this is the shot.
Yeah, go ahead and play that.
So remembering that this is a cricketer's swing. Yes, very happy with it. Clipped it beautifully. I copped a bit of shit with my irons, or especially my wedges, because I was taking the biggest divots ever, but didn't take any divot then. And this is Ervo's swing, so he's got a much better swing than me. It just looks like a golf swing. So he had a bit more cut on his. So he's had a bit more left to right because that was what the angle needed. Yeah. So this is, I think we've just retrieved Clint's ball at this stage. So that's the clubhouse as well. Didn't realise that the clubhouse was there as well. There's a ball Clint's just pointed at the rough, or someone's just pointed at the rough. Clint, we want to see your shot now. The one on the 8th. And then, yeah, there's the ball. So
beautiful.
Yeah, I was very chuffed with that. Especially after playing absolute garbage golf on the Saturday to come out and play well on the Monday. I was very happy with that. So,
well done.
Yeah.
Let's just watch some Facebook videos.
Yeah, why not? VJ, is
doing?
that on an on-drive Jonesy? Yeah, it was. It was an on-drive. So, what do we got here? James and Tom Hurd. Yeah, that could be really bad, my algorithm. So we're just gonna.
I thought you were scrolling, but it was auto-scrolling.
No, it was auto-scrolling.
It's like that's going to be potentially
potentially straight to jail.
Straight to jail by TikTok.
Yes. Yeah, so it was a good on-drive, VJ. Yeah, but no, I've done a lot of work on my swing over the past 12 months. I used to be very over the top and get a really big left to right ball movement, but now on the drive I can play. My ball shape's more of a straighter, more draw bias, more of a straighter drive. So, but that shot there was definitely more left to right because I'd played for it, you know, because I'm that good. I'm
You're
pro.
that good. You're pro.
Fuck,
Yeah,
I was
ultimate.
not that. I was just hitting over there and hoping it would come back, and it did. So, Dakota 312, good stuff, boys. Have you noticed clover weeds coming up in Perth? I've seen it affecting people's lawns. Yes, we do see it. We do have noticed it. We've got the tiniest bit of mountain here out the front here at Lawnhub, and all of the parklands in my estate are starting to get clover as well. So clover can come up for a few reasons. Lack of nitrogen in the soil is one of them. It can also be just, you know, the perfect conditions for them to germinate as well. So continuous mowing will keep them at bay. NSFW will keep them at bay and knock them out. Or, you know, if you haven't fertilised in a while, you may also find that that a simple fertiliser application may be all you need. But there's also the people that say let clover grow because of the pollinating plants, the pollinating bees and, you know, our pollinators and stuff, which is true. But we typically won't see them beginning to flower just yet. The ones that in my state haven't flowered. That's not to say that in other parts of Australia they're not flowering. So, yeah, I don't like clover.
Yep.
But clover in the right conditions is good, but not in lawns.
Yep.
So, I need dink. Need dink. It's quality viewing. Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Got any updates on golden showers? Anything? Any movement?
Clint, any updates on golden showers? I think last time you said he's got someone with a lower minimum order quantity, which is more favourable. It will be golden if Dylan gets his lawns nicer than Clint's, from Luke Green Lawns.
Yeah, that's true. I might have to, if I start renovating a little bit, I have to do maybe a little series.
Yeah, bloody oath, we can do that. Todd Mills. Hey, fellas, how often can NSFW be applied? It can be applied every 6 weeks if required. Stuart Gregory, hello. Angel's brother just sent me a reel. Not sure if I can watch that live on the potty.
Probably not. The
algorithm goes hard.
Yeah, it's a reel from friend group A and you're with friend group B. Yeah, I understand.
Just making sure that I haven't missed any comments. Yeah, Clint said he's found a place. So Bitted Sith says, I feel money shot should be golden shower. Nah, money shot's money shot.
Money shot.
Love the money shot. Let's have a look. Who's your pick for the Showdown medal, Dylan? Pick a Crows player and a Port player.
Oh, fuck. I have no idea.
What do you mean?
I don't know. For the Crows?
Yeah.
Rankin?
Oh,
yeah, I reckon.
Fuck. That Port fans will hate that, especially at Port home game.
Yeah. Nah, but he'll come to play. And I have no idea for Port. I wouldn't even be able to tell you. Who's your Port pick? I know who it's not.
Yeah, it's not little Willie.
No, it won't be him.
He's got the week off.
Yeah.
Look, it could really go either way, to be honest. But Jordan Dawson has been playing some absolutely phenomenal football for the Adelaide Crows. If he doesn't win the 3 Brownlow votes for last week's game, the AFL is officially rigged.
Officially rigged, yeah. We'll come back to that.
He's been playing some very consistent football. Well, actually, let's bring up the teams. So, first of all, Rochelle's been playing some good footy as well.
That's true.
I think if Rochelle was to win a Showdown medal, his confidence would go through the roof.
He needs
Obviously,
something like that.
last year he was dropped for not committing to all the contests that he should. And then obviously he was pointing to the crowd, and they had no teeth. That was probably a bit much.
Yeah, I
and
don't know if he'll be doing that.
then
This
Dan
game.
Houston knocked fucking Rankin the fuck out. Got 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So there's obviously that's still going to be top of mind for a few players maybe.
Maybe.
So let's have a look at the Port Adelaide team for the showdown. Because I've got a couple of names. Horn Francis is one. He's one that could just turn the game on its head. Alir could be very big down back for them.
Could be.
Radigalia has not played a good game of football in what feels like since he went to Port Adelaide, so he's probably due for a big game, But we know Pal Pepper loves the big stage. He could turn it on for Port.
Yep. But your pick?
My pick is either Horn Francis or Butters. I think the game's going to be won in the midfield. If Port can shut the Adelaide Crows clearances down in the midfield, it's going to be a lot of forward entries for Port Adelaide. That's going to put a lot of stress on the Adelaide backmen.
Yep.
But in saying that, Worrell and Keane last week were like the highlight outside of Dawson. So, it's going to be such a good game. It's probably the showdown I've looked forward to the most.
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a really good game. I hope it's not boring. I don't think it will be.
I don't think it will be. I don't think it will be.
Give me a bit of drama. Give me a bit of controversy.
Yeah, but you look at the Crows team, like if Thilthorpe's fingers still attached and he
yeah, literally.
he takes 8 inside 50 marks, that's at least going to be 3-4 goals for Thilly.
Oh, his like percentage for accuracy though is
Neil Bullen's game last week, like he was kicking goals. I said to Angel, if Neil Bullen's kicking goals, something's gone right at the Crows because he gets himself in good positions. But Fogg, Tex, Saligo's been playing some fantastic footy. Like, oh man, it could go any way.
we've got a solid group.
All right, I've decided. I've decided. Yeah. If Port win the showdown, Sam Powell-Pepper will get the showdown medal.
Okay.
If the Crows win the showdown, like I said, it's going to be one in the midfield.
Mm-hmm.
Got a good feeling about Saligo.
Okay.
Number 14 for the Crows. He's been very good the last few weeks. So
All right.
yeah, Powell-Pepper if the Crows win, and Saligo if the Crowies get up. And yeah, my left field would be but see Miller if he turns it on the half back. Oh, it's gonna be such a good game. It's gonna be such a good game.
All right, picks locked in.
All right, yeah. So Sam Powell-Pepper if Port win, and Jake Saligo if the Crows win.
I'll stick with Rankin and then
Yeah.
I'll go Alir.
Yeah, Alir down back. Yeah, shut him down.
Shut him down.
Clint said, "See you, ball bags. I've got to start a fire. Enjoy, mate. Have a great day."
Enjoy.
Oh, Clint, you're a funny boy. You're a funny boy. Matt Lee, have you ever used Lonro to kill ryegrass in Kaiku? Any alternatives or tips? Well, Matt, Lonro is Duke. Same product. So, yes, Lonro is used to kill ryegrass in Kaiku. That's funny. That's funny. Well, no one's talking. No one's obviously engaging with the footy talk.
No, have we just lost?
Well, we've still got good following on, well, good. I mean, definitely enough to warrant building a wall.
I think so. I think so. I think you only take into account YouTube views as well after the fact. We're hitting anywhere from 300 to 500 on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, on the rewatch.
Gold Dan 319, awesome man, when I don't have time to watch. I'm not sure what that's to. I must have said something or answered something previously. We still haven't got a response from Jimmy, little Jimmy's mate. Do you get TUI brand stuff in Oz? Still not sure what that means. If you're still there, which I'm
Let us
guessing you're
know.
not.
Probably.
But yeah. Oh, it's going to be a good showdown. Well, if no one's going to talk to us, we'll just talk about it.
Yeah, yeah. We got 25 minutes.
Yeah. But yeah, hinge in for Smith, I thought was a little rough. I thought Smithy played fucking phenomenally last week, Brodie Smith. So, but I understand the youth. You know, the youth is going to be in before the veterans, which I understand. So, but yeah. Hopefully the Crowies can turn it on for me.
I hope so.
Yeah,
we need it.
It's either going to be, like I said, it's either going to be a very close game or someone's going to win by 40 to 70 points. It's either going to be a kick or 40 to 70 points. Nothing in between.
Yeah.
So
I can see Port having something up their sleeves and pulling something like that off.
well, they have to, right? And the media, Ken himself has said they shouldn't have to fire up for a game. They should just play good footy. So obviously against Hawthorn, they needed to fire up for that, considering what happened in the semi-final last year with the plane saga and the $20,000 fine for imitating a plane. But then something else happens this week and it's not treated anyway.
Not financial advice on that one.
No, not financial advice.
Quick, find it.
No, it's not funny.
Yeah, so what are we talking about?
Oh, no, I don't know.
Sorry, there's just a whole bunch of questions come through that's made made me mind start ticking. MSMS.
MSMSMSS.
Any recommendations? Lay Kaiku over Christmas, starting to brown off. Sure, I'll put something on it. Is it starting to brown off because it's starting to get really cold? Depends where you're from. Where you're from, I need a bit more information for that one to be able to help. The world of Pierre. Thank you for answering all my questions and helping me have a better lawn than the in-laws. No worries, mate. That is what we are here for.
That's the goal, right? Better than the in-laws.
That is right. Crom will win Port Agabo. Yeah, but you can never rely on form going into a showdown. Never, ever rely on form going into the showdown. So, that's what I was saying. Ken said that they shouldn't have to get up for a game. They should just play good footy. So obviously what happened with Hawthorn, they got absolutely walloped from memory the week before and then got up against Hawthorn, who were playing good footy. And then, they've been absolutely destroyed by Collingwood at the beginning of the year by 90 points and then absolutely thumped Richmond. So if you're going on past form this season, again, you can't go on recent form, but Port win tomorrow night because they got thumped last week and they've always responded the week after. But you can't go on form because the Crows are also in great form, but they know, as we saw against Fremantle, you lock them down, they can't get the footy. You see last night's football game, Fremantle had something like 63 inside 50s to 40 or something. Like,
yeah, right.
They had 20. Fremantle had 20 or 30 more inside 50s and lost.
Wow.
Yeah. Have to fact check that. Hang on. Or unless I was seeing things.
While you're doing that, MSMSMSMSMS said he's in Melbourne. That was about the browning off of the coke.
Yeah, are you starting to get really cold mornings there? Like it's sub 10 degrees? Inside.
I'd likely say so if we're starting to get
it was fucking freezing here this morning. It was disgusting.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah, so the Pies kicked 15 goals from 34 entries. Inside 50s, 63 to 34.
Damn. Wow.
and the Pies kicked 15 goals from 34 entries. That, because if you use that same percentage for Fremantle are kicking, well, nearly 30 goals. Fuck. Crows. Football is such a stats game. I love stats. Can't read anything into thumping Richmond. That's like beating a dead horse. No, that is true. Richmond have not been good this year. I understand that, but they have also beaten Carlton. So, like, this year's football is yeah. So around 10ish, yeah. So you may just find the lawns just starting to go a little bit dormant. I've lost a bit of colour in my lawn. I've had one light frost, which is frost. As soon as you get a frost, pack her up for the season. Yeah,
Pack it up.
Back it up. It's just stopped raining at my place. Can I spread BBW now while the grass is still wet and before it starts raining again? Yeah, you can. Just ensure that you do water it in properly. That's all I'll say there. You don't want any potential burning. Sorry, I'm just opening up Facebook.
You getting some questions, some stats?
Oh, just that one. Just that one stat.
That was
the
one
inside
stat.
50s,
The
yeah,
inside
which is a big stat. Because
It's a big stat.
it's nearly, for Collingwood, it's nearly 50%. Go Pies. Go hot pies. The only time I barrack for Collingwood is when they play Port Adelaide. Actually, you know what I just saw, Dylan? So if we go Port Adelaide for the showdown, I want to show you something. Here we go. I'm going to bring it up on the screen.
Bring it up.
It's Collingwood. Collingwood are playing tomorrow.
Oh. Cool. All right. Sweet.
I'm such a fuckhead.
That's going to be a tough game.
Yeah,
That's
Collingwood have been playing some good footy this year.
Fucking. I'm over it.
But nah, they're just confirming. Sorry, rookie, don't touch the grass till spring. Misses. Yeah, if it's starting to get really cold and there's not a whole lot really that can be done. So usually all the work's already done going into winter, but being that it's cold and the lawn's already starting to change colour, just relax, enjoy, and enjoy your winter watching the Pies get up, because I think I don't see really anyone overcoming them this year, Dylan. It's going to be like 2023 all over again.
Yeah, look.
They've just got a great list. They got obviously in the game last week against Geelong where Crisp, is that who it was? I think. Oh, you fuckhead. Please hold. Yeah, Jack Crisp. So Jack had the kick after the siren to win the game, and McRae made a very good, very good point that it didn't look like they lost last week because the way they got around Crisp, even though they'd missed the goal after the siren. So they've just got a great list, Collingwood. Very scary team when they're on too. They got the Dacos boys running amok. They got bloody all the players running muck sometimes. So that last 5 minutes was pretty intense. My whole life's intense. I'm so hungry, Dylan. You know what I got for tea?
What do you got, mate?
Going around mate's house. We've got pulled pork,
Ooh.
Macaroni.
Pulled pork macaroni.
I'm fucking so excited.
Fucking you are
I
going to be in such a coma.
I hope there's so much food that like I feel sick afterwards because
Yeah.
that's how much food I want to eat.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Fuck, that does sound good.
Pete from Adelaide Plant Recovery is watching. Hello, Pete.
Hello, Pete.
Welcome.
Welcome to the cast.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
No, that won't get copyright. I'm not that good. My God.
Fuck, doesn't take long.
I'm just seeing.
Who's making the Mac?
Just whoever the guys and girls house that we're going to.
Oh, yes.
So
That little double date.
they've just had a kid. So I think they're both home at the morning.
At the morning.
At the morning. Fucking hell.
Oh my God.
At the moment.
At the moment.
So the pork's been on all day.
Oh, bloody beautiful. Nice.
Can I get an invite to pulled pork? Funny story, Pete. Don't even know where we're going. Don't even know the address. So
Yeah. Pete, when I know, I'll let you know.
yeah.
And we'll...
I'll tell you what, when I know, it'll probably be 3 minutes before we got to go.
Yeah, probably.
But no, Showdown. That means the supermarkets will be busy on Sunday, ladies and gentlemen of Adelaide. So if you are...
Is that what that means?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So the football would dictate whether you'd be busy in the shop or not. So in my previous job. So I can guarantee you Sunday at my old shop in Salisbury North Drakes is going to be fucking bonkers on Sunday. There's going to be people everywhere.
Is that because people don't shop on the Saturday?
Well, they'll shop in the morning midday will be a bit quiet, and then there'll be a rush, last 3 hour rush. Get ready for the footy, like get your snacks, your food and all that sort of shit. But then Sunday will be your big shops.
Yeah.
So
yeah, your week shops.
Yeah, your weekly shops. And then you would ensure that you have enough registers open because it's the time for people to do their shopping.
Makes sense.
PJ, how do you know when you have watered in a product enough using a hose? It's literally a game. It's a guessing game, unfortunately. Clint has a calculation which we may incorporate into the book. There is a section there about how to water your lawn, so I'll pick his brain and I'll make sure that we have something in writing so that we can refer back to.
Roger that.
Excuse Dylan, he's just checked out for the week, so he's just on his phone doing whatever he wants.
Yeah, just whatever. Actually looking at a photo that Kira sent through of my ass when she decided to tune in to the podcast.
Oh, you usually got to pay extra for that.
Usually, but for free, you guys can have access
Jesus, what
to this.
What a booty.
That's it. It was stuck out. I wasn't hiding nothing in that bad boy, that's for sure.
DJ Carnage bought Trojan, BBW and Roots and Shoots and only applied about 3 weeks ago. Will it be too late to do some prem coming up to winter? Oh, look, to be honest, DJ, it'd probably be a waste to put out some prem right now, given that it's been 3 weeks since you've put Trojan out. Since you put Trojan out. So I would sit on that bucket. Yeah.
Sit on it.
Bridget Mullane. I see you, Dylan. Ha 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 ha. Do you know that person?
Yeah, I know that person.
Okay.
I'm not going to disclose who that person is right now. Hello, Bridget. How are you?
Profile picture is of not a woman. Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, no.
So I just don't want to get in trouble again. Is Bridget a male or female?
You can make that call whatever you wish.
2 glasses of milk, please. Hey, Scott. It will be. Do you want to actually see my progress? I'll show you. Okay. I'll show you my progress. Okay. This is on, I don't know what page this is, but look.
Whoa.
Hang on, no, I'm going to the contents.
Okay, sorry. I won't be excited anymore.
Look. Watering your lawn. It's there. So, ready? Ready? So there's no pictures yet. That's going to be up to the media team to do. Oh, that's pretty good. Anyway. Whoop.
Little bit of a spoiler.
Scored some mini pill from Waterpro this week. What? Where'd you get that from? I would have bought it back.
Hiding in the back.
So yeah, hopefully, yeah. So that's that set or that Word document is one part of the book. I've written other parts. So basically, what I'd do previously is I would write a section and then save it as a Word document, and then get to another Word document. Get it out of my head, put it down. So what I'm beginning to do is accumulate all that data into one big file, so then I can send it to the media team, and they've got somewhat of my brief.
We can make it pretty.
Yeah, make it pretty.
Pretty it up.
Make it presentable. And
actually, this might be a good opportunity for you to do a little PSA on if you need weed photos or photos.
Oh, yes.
In general.
Yes. Okay. I need, if you want to be a part of the book, because the book is for the people.
For the people.
It's not for me, it's for the people. And for our resellers, it's for our customers, it's for everyone. Anyone that wants to be a part and do it. So I need pictures of weeds. Weeds being noxious pests in the lawn, not other types of weed, please. That's not going to be published in the book. Pests. So and I'm not talking about, the pest at work that doesn't leave you alone. You might have a pesty boss, but like black beetles. What else we got? Crickets, mole crickets, ants, those sorts of things. I've got an array of photos, but I would like to use, pictures of the people, have them more involved. Because I think it'll have more of a touch. You can print it out or have it on your phone and you can show all your friends like, hey, that's my weed. That's my weed picture. Yeah, just it's if I keep continuing the way we're going, it will be out ready for spring. That's going to be my goal.
Nice.
And I know I said that last year, but. Yeah, I feel like...
You're making headway. This is good.
I
feel good about this.
I feel like me writing it's not going to take the longest part. It's actually compiling it and making it... Maybe what we might do is I'll collate as much as I can, but then the media team will put together maybe the top 3 bits as needs to be completed, and we can release it in parts.
Yeah, and it can always be a forever growing document, right?
Yeah. Okay. Matt King, hoping you can give a rough watering schedule for winter for a kite grass in fucking Victoria. How often and how much water will it need? I've been using a high rate of wet with sandy soil. Look, to be honest, Matt, obviously when when the weather begins to cool down, it will begin to obviously lose colour. Don't obviously mistake that for the lawn being dry. The lawn looking dry versus the lawn looking dormant are 2 different colours. Now, it's going to be very difficult to distinguish that at first glance, but I would ensure that if you go periods of time without water, that you may need to still flick the sprinklers on. For example, I'm still watering at home once a week. The lawn out the front here with the rye is still getting water, as is the little lawn, which is still comfortably taking that water and still growing. So, look, it'd be a case-by-case situation, but I'd look at it and make sure that there's, enough water coverage there, and then hopefully we get a wet winter, but it's not looking likely. But continue to use wetting agents throughout winter. That's really important. I just spoke to Dylan about... I'm not sure if I'm going to share this. Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet. I won't share it yet.
All right.
Null and void what I just said.
Not financial advice.
Not financial advice. Can't share that just yet. There was a question up here. I just want to make sure I get it. Where is it? Fuck. The question was, are we planning to bring any, are we working on any new products? And the answer is yes. And if you're going to ask me what, I'm not going to tell you. It's under lock and key at the moment. It's very exciting stuff. But once it's ready, you guys and girls at home will be the first to know. So, yeah, the answer is yes. We are working on some new products. But, yeah, we just need to sit tight for now of sharing everything. And they plant recovery. What font are you going to use for your book? Well, Dylan, being that it's going to be a Lawnhub book, it'll have to be a brand guidelines font, won't it?
Font we will be using will be Nui Has Grotesque, which is a font that we use here at Lawnhub for all of our subheaders. Probably be a bit of rock grotesque as well for some headers as well. That's the font that's on Jonesy's hat. Is Nui Has Grotesque, and it's the ones that are on the products behind him as well. And then rock grotesque you see on all the ads.
So that'll be the font style.
Yes,
it'll have to be on brand. I got Sir Grange Lawn if you want it for the book. Yes, well, that's a lawn variety which is going to be in the book. So I'm currently up to lawn varieties in alphabetical order. So I'm starting with bent grass. So that's going to be in the book.
Nice.
All the way down to different zoysias as well. So
I'll need it for spring. So you gotta.
Well, it's not up to me, mate. I can do it. It's just about getting it out there. Book looks amazing. I will buy with Dylan's OF photos. No, this will not be for sale. This will be for free. It'll be for free. Haven't quite decided yet how we're going to do it. Whether it just be a link and you literally click the link and boom, or you put your email address in and we get the email address.
Ooh, okay. All right. I see.
Probably that. We want
I think that's fair.
We want the email addresses so we can, any updates that do happen in it, you get an update straight away. So boom, there it is. Because it's forever going to be changing because things forever change. Products, we bring in new products, we delete products, things happen. So yeah, probably that.
Labels change.
Change. Guidelines, everything changes. So Tony, hey, E.T., you? I don't know. I'm terrible. Tiff Tuff will be in the book. And Tiff Tuff is out the front. But yes, my email address is adam@lawnhub.com.au. So if you've got any pests, photos that you want to use, obviously if they make the final cut, you will be referenced as well. So I think that's important that photos are referenced because my first initial idea of this book, we were going to use existing photos, which we found, Dylan, that everyone used. And it just felt like it's a copy and paste of each other. I do want to say this live on camera. I have not purchased or downloaded anyone else's lawn care guide or plan.
Mm-hmm.
I have not used ChatGPT to write any text. The only time I've used ChatGPT was to create a graph for me.
Mm-hmm.
But no text. So I haven't said, tell me what NSFW does. I've written everything. I've pulled everything from label directions of use as well.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you see has been written through my fingers on the keyboard direct from the source. ChatGPT will not be used in the writing of this book, but it may be used to make templates and graphs because I tell you what, you use ChatGPT at its full potential of making graphs and shit. Holy crap. Way quicker than me.
Oh, yeah.
Way quicker than me. So,
and that's just data.
That's data.
As long as the data's correct.
Yeah.
Obviously, you need a human to check over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because one of the graphs was actually wrong. Because
It's not the best with math.
No,
ChatGPT.
it's not.
No.
It's not. But I got a refined version, and I got the right. My numbers matched their numbers in the end.
Yeah.
I basically said, "Why are your numbers this in the graph?" And they're like, "Oh, sorry."
Oh, you are so correct. Yeah.
And
they
it's
say-
like, you
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. Wow, what an oversight from me every time.
Oh, it's just So it's not
Confidently wrong
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah. So, and I have, I've done a lot of typing, and I think that's important because I think, I think it's important that the information is factual and it is correct. That is something that I'm very hot on. I have started speaking to some of our major suppliers about pulling data from their website and referencing it.
Cool.
Making sure that the information they've put out there, even though it is on the website, that we're able to use and showcase because they relate to the products of theirs that we sell. So, but I do want new lawn images. I want new pest images, disease images. I want new ones so that when you open it, it's not, oh, this is fucking so-and-so's book because it's the same photos. That's not what we want here.
Pure Lawnhub.
Yeah. How about a hard copy for the Lawnhub Legends? There will be hard copies as well. I think that is important.
Yeah.
But again, we're not going to charge for this. We're not going to charge for it. We might put maybe 100 hard copies together. We've got the binder here and stuff. So and that'll be a costly exercise, of course. But the value of the correct information being put out there into people's hands, either via their phone, laptop, tablet, or a hard copy, is more important to me than $30 a month for a subscription for it. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's not what it's for. It's for the people.
For the people.
DJ Carnage. Currently have a Ryobi 2x 18-volt lawnmower. Thinking about getting a proper mower like a Scott Bonner style mower. What do you recommend? Sorry for the broad question as I don't have a specific budget. That's fine, DJ. So basically, in this day and age, you can get a Scott Bonner equivalent mower brand new from many different retailers, many different brands. My advice would be, if you're in SA, a place like All Make Mowers and More at Edwardstown, Shannon and the team there have a great range of cylinder mowers. They have great service, phenomenal people, really enjoy dealing with them. But of course, there's going to be local mower shops in every other state. We're just not familiar with that at this point in time. But we do have, Clint does have, some Massports. He's got Scott Bonners. He's also got a Bush Ranger as well. So any of those, if you're looking brand new, are going to be fine. Of course, secondhand market, the Scott Bonner market is huge. The prices are coming down. I am noticing that.
They are they?
They are coming down. They're no longer a house deposit.
Yeah.
They're a unit deposit. So
okay, cool. Yeah.
So,
Nice. Progress though. Progress.
Yeah, so it's if you want brand new, I'd go to a physical shop. But of course, secondhand, Scott Bonner, those types of mowers on Marketplace, Gumtree, Grays Online, all those sorts of places. All right, two more. Nate Extreme, what about dick pics? Look, doesn't offend me, but I prefer them not to be in my inbox for work.
That's valid.
But if it's an outlet for you, you do you, boo.
Yep.
It's 2025.
Good answer.
Yeah. And Nath Manjarang, any updates on the venture to the USA? We are ticking along with that. We are still doing things in the background again, which we can't talk about. That's all I got to say about that. It's still ticking along. Still, we've made some good connections as well. So and some good progress there, but there's still some stuff here that we need to sort out before we do that. So, and Bearded Sith just sent a Sir Grange image to Adam. Thank you.
Good start.
Oh, that's a good lawn. That's nicely.
Goodly.
Goodly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for Lawnhub Live episode number 56. Oh, yeah, we had the election on the weekend. We don't need to talk about that. 'Cause
Oh,
it's
yeah.
fucking garbage. Dylan started the outro. I'm going to try and find the other outro. What the? Oh, here it is. Have a great weekend.
Thank you for having me.
No
It's good
worries,
to be
Dylan.
back.
Thanks for coming on. We'll get you back on soon.
For sure.
It may be sooner rather than later. We don't know. But
See how we
yes. But as always, thank you guys. You're the best customers in Australia, and you able us to do what we do every single day. So thank you. Have a great weekend. Up the fucking Crowies.
Hey, I'm an innocent bystander. They saying I drove a getaway car, but I cannot see. I'm legally blind. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm